Okay, welcome to this first IceBlink Basic tutorial. This is going to be an overview of the toolset mostly. And I'm doing this currently on a tablet, Samsung 10.1 Tab A. Not the fastest tablet, but hopefully this will work. And I also have this the touch turned on so you can see where I'm tapping. This first button up here, the play button, will take you to play different modules. The create button is for opening the tool set to edit a module or create a new module. Pack and unpack, these are to package up a module that you can into a single file that you can send to others, and then they will unpack the module in order to play it. If you're making a module and you want to submit it to us to include in our download, you would use this as well and then send the file to us. Our email, which is iceblinkengine@gmail.com. And if you send us the file in the email, then we can add it. This button right here will give you the latest IceBlink news. We'll go ahead and look at that. And you can kind of see any new little information that comes out. These other buttons here, this is for a commenting system that's in the works. This is to create a username for the commenting system, also in the works. This will take you to our website and to our Twitter account. So let's go ahead and open up the toolset. And we'll pick one of these here. We'll just start with Black Winter as an example. And so this button down here that I'm tapping on brings up the menu, and you can toggle that on and off. This button is to open the area editor. This is the encounter combat editor. This is the editor for creating dialogue or conversations. This editor is for creating like chess containers. This is for creating shops. For journal, this is to save your module, and this is to create a backup of your module. Every once in a while you'll want to do this. This one you'll be doing, most of the time you'll be doing that. This is to get into the module settings, which we are currently in the module settings. This is for the creature editor and the item editor and the player character editor. This one you can create player characters that can be used by the player in the module, either companions or players that they can choose at the starting of the game to use. This is an art editor to create different types of pixel art for the game. This is a zoom. This will either zoom to a whole integer value, or this will be decimal value, but it'll fill up the screen. So you can choose between those. This will take you out of the tool set and back to the main screen. This button, actually the data one, is part of the module settings. And we'll come back to the module settings. So we'll talk about this in this introduction video. We'll go ahead and talk about the module settings. The first thing you'll do is when you create a new module, you want to give it a name. And so you come into this editor, give it a name. We already have one. You'll give it a module label. Now, usually the module name will be one word, kind of all strung together with no spaces. But if you have a larger name like the Elder in Stone, in here you could spell it out, because this will be the one that you'll see in the game, but this is more of a internal variable name for the module. You'll come in here, create a description for your module. You also got credits you can do if you want to put in some credits. The module version, this is important. If you need to make sure you increment this number every time you submit a new version, so that when people go to play and they do the get updates, if this number is greater than the previous number, then it'll show that there's an update for them to download. The starting area, you want to pick this one. Only has one area right here, so the world map. But you can choose an area in the module that you want to start, and then you also want to make sure you pick the starting location. These are critical. You have to have this or else the game won't start. You have to have an area to start at and a location to start at. Starting gold, you can, how much your party's going to start with. You also want to pick a title image for, there's a bunch of graphics, but you want to pick an image to use. We're not going to save it, but you can pick a different, whatever image you want to use as the starting image on the splash screen. Maximum party size. This one, if you want the players to only have a maximum of 4 characters in the party, you could change this value to 4. 6 is the most you can have. So anywhere between 1 and 6. And then the maximum player made PC. So if you plan on your module having a total of 4 characters, but you want the party to have 2 companions that are being added in through the story, you're going to have some companions join the party, then you want to make sure they only start with the maximum of 2. That way you've got space to add those other 2 companions that are module companions. So you can kind of set this. You can, some modules you might have the player make all 6 of the companions or of the player characters with a maximum of 6. So you have 6 here and 6 there. Or maybe you might start them with 1 character. They create the main character, and then all the other characters will be module companions that will join the party. So you could have 1 here and 6 there or whatever. So that's kind of the basic. Here's all of the different editors from the menu, and the next tutorial will focus on, we'll start with area creation and work our way down the list. Thank you for watching this first one.